So, good morning, welcome to Sunday Morning Live, where we go walking for about 2 hours. Now today, well, it's Black Friday weekend, isn't it? And Ikea's open on a Sunday, which is unusual. So, I need to get some stuff from Ikea. So I thought, why don't I do Costa Teguise? Because you lot all ask me about Costa Teguise. And I never come up here because it's not that good for a live because it's so spread out, as I always say. But we're here at a different part of Costa Teguise, sort of right at the top. It's a bit noisy because of the traffic, and we're going to walk down and have a look around Costa Teguise, but we haven't actually seen this side. So, welcome to Sunday Morning Mega Walk Live. Let's go. If you're watching on YouTube, this is a catch-up. If you're watching on TikTok, it's live. Come on. Let's get going. Right. Oh my God, 354 people on already. Emma Cooper loves CT. Well, right, I'm going to be honest, Costa Teguise is not my favourite of the resorts, as you know. I'm a big Playa Blanca fan because I live there. I'm a big Porto del Carmen fan. And although I like Costa Teguise, it's third on the list, which essentially makes it last on my list of the three main resorts. But it doesn't mean that I don't like it and it's a great place to come on holiday. It's just for me personally, I prefer Porto del Carmen and Playa Blanca. Right, I'm just having a little think of where to go. Now, if I go in this direction here, that will lead me up to the Blue Bay Costa Bastion, and will also lead me to the Vita class. But I think we'll go this way because I can't be bothered to walk all the way up there and then walk back again. So next time we do Costa Teguise, we'll start at the Bastion. So up that way behind me, like I said, Blue Sea Costa Bastion, Vita class is up there. So if you're stopping in those hotels, that's where you'll be. Weather-wise, yesterday we had a bit of a black cloud above us. It has cleared a little bit, look. There's not too much cloud, but it has been a little bit cloudy. Thank you very much, Neil. It has been a little bit cloudy, but it's still shorts and t-shirt weather. And you can see there, look, there's a couple there walking down. So what have we got in this area? Because we've not done this area before. So we're going to head to the Blue Bay. There's the Blue Bay just ahead of us, but this way leads you down to part of town of Costa Teguise, where down there you've got some bars and restaurants. You've got Playa Bastion, you've got Heroes Bar. Might go down that way when we've shown you the Blue Bay. So I might go up to the Blue Bay and then turn around and come down here, because there is some other different bars and restaurants here as well. I better cross at the crossing because there's some cars here. So let's go and have a look at the Blue Bay Hotel, and then maybe we'll come back down this way and show you. So let's go. Right, so this is like the main road here, and this is why lives in Costa are a little bit difficult, because I say it every time I do it, when I do Porto del Carmen and Playa Blanca, I'm on one main street, and it's all the bars and restaurants are pretty much there, aren't they? Whereas when I do Costa Teguise, I have to, morning, you're right. I have to walk like in different areas, and unfortunately some of the areas are not as pretty as the others. Do you see what I mean? But you've got like a few restaurants on this road. You've got the Raw Tandoori, and I love this, that they do this curry tandoori and fresh pizza. So an Indian restaurant, but with pizza. Let's just have an Indian restaurant, come on. Leave the pizza to the Italian restaurants. Right, here we go. So let's show you Blue Bay. There's a Jet2 van, look. Jet2 are actually quite cool, you know. I'm quite impressed with Jet2. I've often wondered how the hell they do this, but they come and pick all the luggage up. These are the guys picking all the luggage up, look. So they come in resort flight check-in. Morning, mate. Look, it's a hustle and bustle of Jet2. Are you picking up all the luggage? Yeah. Wow, that's a massive job, isn't it? Bloody hell. Enjoy. Have a good day, all right? So there you go, Jet2 picking up, look. Morning. I'm having a little wander around today. Morning, mate, you alright? So this is the Blue Bay Hotel here. Very popular. Morning, lads, you alright? You had a good holiday? Yeah, you enjoying it? Are you going home now, or?
No, we had a good yesterday.
Ah, fantastic. From Birmingham as well, with the Villa shirts on. Look, get them in there. Get them in there. Have a good holiday, alright? See you soon. So there you go, Blue Bay. And then, well, if I walk that way, that's going to be crap views. So I think I'm going to head back the other way, but I'll just show you up this way here, because you've got another hotel just up here called the Gardens. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
I do follow you.
Do you?
I do.
Well, I'm in Costa Teguise today, which is strange.
I know.
What's your name?
Julie.
Julie, nice to meet you. Julie, where are you stopping here?
We're staying at the Villa Class.
Ah, yeah, I didn't go that far up there. I started a little bit further. But is it all right?
Yeah, it's all right. It's our first day here. Normally we stay here.
Yeah, at the Blue Bay. Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, brilliant.
You can do it.
Well, enjoy your day. Have a lovely time. See you later. Bye, Julie. Bye. Right, so there you go, look. We're rocking and rolling today. There's Jet 2, look. Off with everybody's luggage, so you don't have to check it in at the airport. Literally, they come, pick it up, whack it in a van, take it to the airport for you. You get all your stickers for it, and they put it on. So when you get to the airport, you don't have to wait. You just go straight through security. I think that's a good thing. How they're affording it, I don't know, because, well, it's a massive operation. Right, up there is the something Gardens. Lanzarote Gardens, I think. I can't even remember the name. Blue Sea Lanzarote Gardens, it's just up there. But we are going to go back down here and head down that little street, which will lead us in to one of the areas of Costa Teguise where there's some bars and restaurants. So let's go. Oh, somebody just named that hotel. Let's have a look. It used to be called Blue Sea Gardens. That's it. What's it called now? Because I can't remember. It's a very, very busy street though, this. Look at all the cars and everything. Very busy. It's the main road sort of in and out of Costa Teguise. So that way takes you into Costa Teguise, which is a correct pronunciation for it. I always call it Costa Teguise. And then this way takes it in to Arrecife and then towards Puerto del Carmen and the airport and things like that. Any good massage parlours? Well, Khan, I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know, mate. Not really had a look. But yes, there are. Well, they're not actually massage parlours, they're naughty discotheques. They call them discotheques, so don't be fooled if you come to Lanzarote or anywhere in Spain and you see the words discotheque. It is not a discotheque. It is neither a strip club nor a discotheque, but it is actually a very naughty place. But we'll say no more of that because it's Sunday and it's Sunday morning. So we're going to head down here. Do you know what bus takes from PDC to the market? Oh, do you know what? I do, but I can't remember the number. Someone in here will tell you. I do every Sunday morning when I'm in Puerto del Carmen. Somebody's getting a number, I want to say the number 120 or something to the market. Somebody will know. So what we got here, we've got a little bar here called Monica's. Ice cold beer and all live sports showing. And they've got Spurs, Villa, Everton, Man U, look. And you can get all your cocktails and that there. So again, loads of different places. Over there is some sort of accommodation. I don't know whether people live there or what. Thank you, Neil. So Neil's put up a little pin there. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to the Sunday morning live. We always go live on a Sunday morning and show you a little bit of Lanzarote. And the reason we do that is because we're based here, but we work all the way around the Canary Islands with our website travelon.world. So if you come in Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura, Lanzarote, and you want trips, tours and excursions, then you can go onto our website travelon.world or excursionslanzarote.com for Lanzarote, and you can book all your trips, tours and excursions. And if you use the code TTK, you get yourself a little discount. So can't say fairer than that, can I? So here we go. This is going to bring us out. So if you're stopping up this area by the Blue Sea Costa Bastion, Blue Bay Hotel, then it's going to bring you out down here. So this could be sort of your main area, or at least one of the starts. But like I said, there's so many different places in Costa Teguise. It's like madness. So you've got a few Chinese restaurant there. You've got the Welcome restaurant there, and you've got one of them little sort of salon de juegos that's like it's like a casino, like an arcade for adults, but you can get good coffee and stuff in there. And then let's go this way, because I'll show you some things up here. There's a couple of hotels up here, and then we'll walk along these bars, and then we'll walk down onto the seafront, and then we'll walk right into Costa Teguise. So we are going to head over here to the Radisson Blu, which is gorgeous. It used to be called Coronas Playa, but it's now part of the Radisson. I think it's the only Radisson in the Canary Islands. I don't know of another Radisson anywhere in the Canaries. If anybody does, let me know. I'm on the same road as you, and you've just popped up in my TikTok. TikTok are clever, aren't they? TikTok know exactly what's going on. We stayed at Radisson Blu in September, loved it. It's a beautiful place. I might see if I can have a little nose. I can at least show you the resort. Good morning, how are you? My movies, I'm not a movie star, I'm not a movie star.
we knew we were coming here for quite a while, so
Yeah.
we've been watching your shows.
Fantastic.
No problem.
Nice to meet you. What are your names?
George and Leslie.
George and Leslie. And where are you stopping?
We're just up the road, we're in an apartment.
Oh, fabulous.
We're off to the market today. I've seen your video of the
Yeah,
market.
brilliant. Well, look, you'll be live on. You'll be on your own movie with this one, because this is recording on YouTube, so you'll be on YouTube later.
I think I must have watched 6 of yours, because I wanted to get a feel of the place.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant. Well, it was lovely to meet you. Well, there you go. I'm not usually up this way.
Well,
But yes, and on this road as well. It's empty. See you later. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye. Bloody hell, we're meeting people in Costa Teguise as well. Someone said they're coming to Thailand. I'm not in Thailand. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Meeting all your fans, Dave. Do you know what? It's crazy. It has gone crazy. I've only got you lot to thank. You know, all the mods and all the followers that really help out the channel. I'm really, really grateful for it. And I know if you've been following, well, you'll all know that we actually got a look in the Barcelona Playa Blanca hotel, which was like a massive treat for me. It sort of made me think, bloody hell, maybe the channel is going well. Because Mrs. Travel On's always saying, oh, I saw some people that said they follow your channel. I'm like, yeah. I know there's like 90 point something thousand on TikTok and 11,000 on YouTube, but for me, I think, oh, well, it's not a lot really compared to some like YouTubers and stuff. Like Walk with Tim's got like 100 and something thousand. But a lot of you do see the videos. And when the Barcelona Playa Blanca invited me to have a little nose before the press, I thought, bloody hell, might be onto something here. So maybe I need to do a bit more. Let's see. I'm just going to pop my little water thing in here. So this is the Santa Rosa. Morning, mate, you all right? So I'm going to show you the Santa Rosa here, look. So this is a lovely little place. I won't go too far in because, well, you've got to be careful, ain't you? Especially with this big camera. But I'll show you reception area, look. Thank you very much, Mark. And Anna was fantastic, wasn't she? Mrs. Travelon's made her a present. So there's reception of the Santa Rosa, and then through that door there leads you into a lovely sort of garden area with all the little apartments and stuff. I can't go in because, as you can see, there's a reception right there. Thank you very much, Shalans Looks. Yeah, if you want to get onto YouTube, we're nearly on 12,000 on YouTube, thanks to the Barcelona Playa Blanca and stuff. So very grateful for that. But you can see, look, we've only got 555 on at the moment. We're usually up to 1,000 today, but well, Costa Teguise. Right, here you've got some other bars and restaurants. You've got the sports bar, you've got like an exchange here, Tandoori Spice. There's quite a lot in this area, so like I said, if you're stopping up that end, that's where you'll be. And then further on here, I'll show you where some other hotels are, but we're not going to walk that far today. You've got the Cavern Bar, that's always open early for breakfast. Morning, mate, how are you? You all right?
Yeah,
You're getting a brekkie in?
Yeah, I want to watch the football in our
Oh, brilliant, fantastic. We'll have a good day. See you later, bud. Nice one. There you go, he's going to go and watch the football in Arrecife. Here is, in my opinion, and a few have said that they disagree, is the best Chinese buffet. I mean, I would literally travel from Playa Blanca here for a Chinese buffet because it is gorgeous. Adults $15.95, $16.95 Monday to Friday, and then Saturday and holidays $16.95. But it's always fresh, and they do a daytime from 1 till 5, and then on the evening 6 till midnight. But it's really good. It's a really good buffet. Really good buffet. Me and Jack, it's our favourite. We took Mrs. Travelon and my mother, but it was a weird day, but they didn't really rate it. But me and Jack love this place. And you've got a lovely little supermarket here, the Hipadino Express. Hipadino, I tell you what, they've got loads of money. In fact, the Barcelo Playa Blanca, that big hotel, the actual building itself, although it's a Barcelo hotel, the actual building itself was built and owned by the brothers that own the Hipadino. Loaded. Right, in that direction straight on, you've got the Be Live. No, you haven't. You've got the Barcelo Active, and you've got the Occidental Mar Hotel. So that's just about a 5-minute walk up here. So if you're heading into town, you would come down this road. So we're going to cross over. I'm going to show you the Radisson Blu, and then we're going to go there. I love Hipadino. Do you know what? Hipadino's all right to grab your stuff. It is all right to grab your stuff, but best supermarket on the island by far is Mercadona. But they're more in the sort of big towns, although there is one in Porto del Carmen, and a Lidl, and there's one in Porto del Carmen as well, and there's one being built in Playa Blanca, and that's going to be the next update on the video. We're going to do a Lidl video, and who knows, it could like Barcelo Playa Blanca, if I do a Lidl update every month on the new build of the Lidl, which we cannot wait for in Playa Blanca, by the way. They might even I don't know, do something for me there. Invite me round the first ever Lidl in Playa Blanca. You've got a few bars here, look. You've got the Crown. My friend owns that pub. No way. Well, tell him or her that I'm right outside it. So you've got the Crown. That looks actually quite nice. It looks like it's quite well done. Do you know what I mean? That looks like a good old pub look, and they've got all the live sports and stuff there. Everything looks quite spotless there. And then there's some other stuff through here. There's a restaurant there, look. But it's a strange old town, Costa Teguise. It really is a strange old place. People love it. It's a great place. Don't get me wrong. People love Costa Teguise. But for me, I prefer Playa Blanca and Porto del Carmen because it's all in one place. You just walk, don't you? You know, you just walk down Porto del Carmen Strip or Playa Blanca front, and everything's there. Here, if you're here for a week, God, you could miss so much because everything's dotted around. So you have to do your research. So here is the Radisson Blu. Now, you've got a restaurant here called a Sesto Senso, which is an Italian restaurant, which that translates to something sense. Someone's left a sweeper outside there, look. But it's beautiful inside, really nice place. And look at this. This is brand spanking new. Tilly loves Porto del Carmen. What's the temperature? Temperature, do you know what? I don't even know. It must be about 17, 18, I reckon. around 17, 18. But look, there is a few clouds in the sky. But yesterday was a lot cloudier. 6 cents, there you go. Thanks, J-Ro. Thank you, J-Ro. Right, so let's have a look in here quick. This is the Radisson. Look, I'll only show you reception, but you can actually see right through to the pool. So reception is gorgeous. Look at this place. Brand spanking new as well. Absolutely brand spanking new. Reception there. Straight through there is the pool and the restaurants. There's actually a couple of pools, and it looks right out to sea as well. Absolutely stunning. Love it. Love it. And I'll show you the outside as well, look, because it's completely different to the usual Lanzarote hotels, look. It actually sort of leads all the way up there, look. You've got the sign up there. So it's actually really, really modern. Really modern. And there used to be some shops and stuff here, but there's a few that have closed down. Right, so we're going to head that way. What's the name, please? Just joined. Debs, what's the name? So we're in Costa Teguise, Debs, in Lanzarote. That's the Radisson Blu Hotel. It used to be called Coronas Playa, but it's now been taken over by Radisson. And we're heading in this direction, look. And I'm going to show you town. And then we'll head down on the front and we'll just keep walking until we can't walk no more. Like I said, I've come to Costa Teguise today because it's Black Friday weekend, isn't it? And can you go to Los Socos? Maybe not today. But yeah, so it's Black Friday weekend and Ikea's open. And I need some bits. So I thought, right, I'll do that. I shall do that today. Right, so Dickens, that's a very old established bar here in Costa Teguise. It's Dickens Cocktail Bar. Again, things are not open because it's early doors. And people tend to get up late in Costa Teguise for some reason, whereas Porto del Carmen's usually open by this time. Oh, look, you could rent that one if you fancied opening something. Got your hairdressers. Oh, you've got another Indian restaurant here, which is very pink. And got lots of flowers. That's nice. I've seen a place like that in Tenerife with all these like flowers. Looks a lot grander than that. There you go. Divine Premium Cuisine. Loads of Indian restaurants in Lanzarote. Isla Bonita, that's a very old Canarian restaurant as well. Very sort of, look, I mean, your starters, Gofio. The minute it says Gofio on there, you know it's Canarian. Gofio salad, Canarian style potatoes, steamed mussels, black rice. That's with the black, I can't even think of the name, but black rice, paella. So that is typical Canarian. So if you're in Costa Teguise and you want real Canarian, this place, I know for a fact, is proper Canarian. You've got another little pizza place here, and here is Heroes Bar, which does breakfast and stuff. So that's very popular. Look, morning mate, you all right? Oh, have you got me on? Oh, there you go. Look, these lot are on the live. Look, having breakfast in Heroes. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Everything's closed apart from here. It's all the Brits coming for the British breakfast. You come for brekkie, have you? Oh no. Where are you stopping? What hotel? You're going home, but where were you stopping?
Well, my dad lives here.
Ah, fabulous. Well, there you go. So you come to see him. Brilliant. Well, say hello to everyone.
See you later.
See you later. Have a good day. Enjoy breakfast. There you go. Look, Heroes Bar. Great place that is. A lot of the locals go there for brekkie. Proper English breakfast and stuff. And you've got hammies here, look. Hammies, meat from the grill. And a massive estate agents, Lanzarote Investments. These are in Porto del Carmen as well. Let's have a look at what you can buy. Might be a bit cheaper in Costa Teguise actually. Yeah, look, 127,000 for an apartment there, look. Oh my God, duplex, 365 grand, wow. 420 grand for a villa. That actually looks nice. Famara, look. 315,000 for a duplex in Famara. I tell you what, prices of property are through the bloody roof. 635 grand there. I don't know. I don't know whether I'll be buying a property in Lanzarote at the moment, because, well, I don't know, that's mega expensive. 315 grand for a duplex in Famara. Famara's right at the top of Lanzarote, it's miles away. So come on, look, I can see the sea down here. Let's get going. Down here, look. Down here is a lovely little walkway which takes you right down to the seafront. So here you've got Brendan's pool bar, look, through there. So you've got little pool bars as well, which are sort of belong to the complex, but you can use them. And down here, I assume this is where people live. But I would say that some of them are holiday homes as well, that you can sort of rent out. But it'll bring us right out to the seafront here, and then we'll walk and see how far we can get going. Lots of people around. But like I said, when I come to Porto del Carmen, usually by this time there's loads of people out, isn't there? All the bars and restaurants are open and they're having breakfast and stuff. But this place is a bit similar to Playa Blanca, where it's got quite a few big hotels which are like all inclusive. Whereas Porto del Carmen, a lot of the accommodation is like small accommodation that maybe don't have big restaurants and not all inclusive, a lot of self-catering. And that's why Porto del Carmen's so popular for sort of bars and restaurants to open, because you've got that captive audience of people out from morning to night looking for drinks and food and stuff. So there you go. Hi from Cold Island. Morning, Dave, from Anthony. Your future agent, I'll be in San Antonio. Nice one, Anthony. In Spa until under Spoons in PDC again.
Hola.
Morning, mate. Hola, buenos días. ¿Todo bien?
No, I'm from Cardiff.
You're from Cardiff. Nice to meet you, mate.
Where are you from?
From Birmingham. Say hello to everyone. You're on live.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
You're on live.
Fucking November. Piss away.
He's off his head already. He's saying hola to everyone. There you go. Costa Teguise. I thought he knew me. He's like, hola. I'm like, hello. He's just off his head. Come back next year. Missed the place so much. He's either been on a mad bender all night, or he's actually just started early. But he's from Cardiff. Do Cardiff people like a drink? Have we got anybody from Cardiff on? I like the Welsh. Where are you at, Jimmy? We're in Costa Teguise, Porto del Carmen, Costa Teguise Lanzarote today. Some music on. Hello from Bromsgrove. I can hear some music. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh wow, I can see loads of people around here. We'll follow the music, shall we? I'm Welsh, Dave, but you can take it or leave it. Are you Welsh, Mark? That's Playa Bastion, yes indeed. Some bloody loud, me. Oh look, we've got some entertainment coming for you now. I can hear all sorts going on here. I'm staying at Galleon Playa, that's not far from where I am now. And boom, we're at the sea, look. Olivia from Middlesbrough, hello. It is sunny today, look. Oh, there's something going on here, look. There's some cones going down. Don't know what's going on here. But let's go and have a little nose. Something's going on up here. I can hear the music playing. York is freezing. Matagorda mashup. H10 White Sweets is beautiful. I think I'm getting in there to see the new restaurant. Ah, there's some kind of run here, look. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there's something going on right up here. We'll have a little look. Have you gone to El Trabol? No, I can't get in El Trabol. It's like Fort Knox. We got knocked off our floats there and went into the rocks. Oh my gosh. It's a lovely beach though. Playa Bastion Beach, look. I'll show you down here, look. It's a little boardwalk. Little boardwalk down here, look. That's beautiful. Love it. So there's a little beach down here, look. Playa Bastion. Lovely, look, you've got your sunbeds and stuff here. He's having a little swim. Really nice, look. And there's a lovely restaurant just up there as well. We'll go and have a look. There you go. Oh, there's a toilet there as well. Right, let's go around here. I know I'm not on the sand though, J-Ro. I'm not on the sand, I'm all right. But you know what? I might. Look in here. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave you here because I've just spotted a loo, and to be honest, I'm desperate. So I'm gonna turn off the mics because you don't want to listen to me go in the loo, and give me 1 second, all right? I'll be back. I'm gonna leave you with these beautiful views. Enjoy the views. I'm back. Sorry about that. When I spot a toilet, I think, right, I gotta go. Right, I'm back. Have you got me back? Boom. Right. So, we'll start again, shall we? I'll tell you what, my bladder is so small. So yeah, there we go. Playa Bastion. So we're gonna head in this direction. Hope you enjoyed them views, look. Little Sunday morning, look at the sea. So I can see some bars and restaurants just up there as well, just up them stairs. And there's definitely something going down here, look. I don't know what it is, but we're going to have a look, eh? But you can see there's people running up and down here. There's some blue cones out. And what's going on here? Let's have a look. I'll probably have to speak a bit louder on this bit because YouTube, if that's a, well, they're like that with copyright. If there's music playing, they don't like it. We got some bars and restaurants up here, look. We'll have a little look. Coming Tuesdays down at Los Ocos. I've never seen these places before. So you've got a Costa Mar restaurant there. And then you've got some really nice restaurants up here, look, which I've never seen before. So these are new for me as well. So they look nice. Italian. And again, these are like things that you will miss. Unless you're sort of staying close, you'll miss them. Costa Mar restaurant, look. I think that's owned by the same people that own the Cash and Carry and Playa Honda. And then let's go and have a look what's going on here. Look what they're doing. Something's going on. Some kind of sporting event. Morning, dear. What the hell is going on here, look? I don't know, but they're having a dance, look. They're having a dance. In Jack's school, because the world's gone mad, hasn't it? Last year, or the year before, it was in solidarity of violence towards women. This year at Jack's school, they said violence towards genders, but it was very much geared towards violence against women. It's crazy that they had to change the name, but there you go. So that's what that is. It's a march for that. But they're going to be walking around here, look. Villa Toledo. Restaurant Villa Toledo, look there. Hello.
What are they doing up here today?
A march for the solidarity of violence against women.
Oh.
There you go. So there you go, there's a restaurant there, look. This is a lovely place. Can you go Beatrice Hotel? That's miles away. I definitely won't be going to Beatrice today. But look at this restaurant down here, look. Absolutely gorgeous. I reckon I can go and take a little sneaky peek down here, look. This is another place which, if you're staying in Costa Teguise, you could miss if you're staying like up towards the other end, unless you come down to the Playa Bastion area, look. But you've got a beautiful restaurant here. Wow, look at this place. Gorgeous views, look. How nice is this? Really nice. Imagine there. Could do with cleaning the windows a bit. But I imagine that's all open when it's not too windy, look, and you can sit, have your dinner there, look, and just look out over the sea. And then down here, you've got another area which has got a little pool area. Again, could do with a little bit of a clean. Beautiful place, eh? Looking right out to sea. There's a helicopter up there. I don't know what's going on there. Really gorgeous sea views. Yeah, J-Road, lovely. Again, I didn't even know this place existed. At least when you've got Porto del Carmen and Playa Blanca, you know the restaurants are actually, because you pass them every day, because you're going past and seeing how many people are in and seeing how busy it is. You know exactly where you are when you arrive after your first night. You've done the strip, or you've walked the front of Playa Blanca and you've gone, right, boom, 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 that's where we're going. Whereas if you're stopping here, you could be stopping in all the different areas and not know anything of where you are or what there is around you. So I can see where we're coming here. We're going to the Teguise Playa, look, hotel up there. That's a big old hotel. I've done a couple of videos in there. Morning, you're right. And you'll get to see right outside the Beatrice Playa. Beautiful views today. Temperature's getting a little bit warmer now. So there you go, look. So let's get going, let's get going. What else is up this end? Well, there's nothing much, but it is a nice walk. When you get to this bit here, and you can walk all the way along the front of Costa Teguise. So you can actually walk all the way from Costa Teguise into Arrecife. So that's cool. There's a guy here playing accordion. I think I remember him. I think he shouted at me last time. I ain't gonna say hello to him. I'm pretty sure he bit my head off last time. But it's nice to walk past, look, with a bit of accordion playing. What do? He's on me again. He's on me again. Asking me for money. He's bloody crazy. If you pass him, throw a euro at him from me, will you? He bit me head off last time I passed him. That's why I didn't point the camera too far at him. He shouts if you don't give him money. Exactly. Morning, Nicola. How are you? I thought he was following me then. I heard someone behind me. Where are you? I'm in Costa Teguise Lanzarote today, and we're walking along the front, and we're heading sort of into the main town. Oh, sorry about that, LB. Lost my voice screaming at football yesterday. Oh my gosh. I was there in June. Fantastic, Olivia. The centre of everything. Come visit Las Socas. I can't walk all the way up there today. Like I said, I've only come this way to pop into Ikea. Sunday in Ikea, if it's open on a Sunday, well, it's a novelty. Everything closes here on a Sunday. Now, I know it should do, and I know, you know, you shouldn't be shopping all the time. But what really annoys me here is everything's bloody closed on a Sunday, including the hardware stores. So if you're looking to do things like a bit of DIY, you do it on a Saturday and Sunday, don't you? Now, they're open on a Saturday, but you know for a fact if you go to B&Q and get all your stuff ready for whatever project you've got going, you think, right, I'll do that Sunday. You know for a fact, you start it and you think, oh, I forgot to get that. And then the bloody thing's closed and you have to wait another week to do it. That's why nothing ever gets done in Spain. The term that they use, mañana, is not tomorrow. It's next week, because I forgot to get something from the bloody hardware store on Saturday. So now I have to wait another week because it's all bloody closed, including Ikea. Drives me crazy, but, well, you can live with it, can't you, for these views? You can live with it. Do they sell those cleaning robots in Ikea, Dave? No, they don't, Mark, and no, I'm not getting one. They don't sell them in Ikea. They do sell them in the electrical shops. They'll be open today as well because it's bank holiday, Black Friday weekend. So here is the Grand Teguise Player. It's called the Grand Teguise Player because bloody hell, it's grand. So I'm going to get up on a wall just for you lot and show you. Look how big that is. And I think all the rooms overlook the sea. I think all the rooms are on this side. I may be wrong. We'll have a look at the front, see if there's any rooms, but I'm pretty sure all the rooms are sea view here. It's a great place. Massive pool area. Let's walk along this wall without falling over, look. Massive pool area there, people getting ready for the day. And the sun is coming up. Oh, the sun is coming up over there, look. And it's gorgeous. You've got one of them sort of windmill things that they've restored in Playa Blanca as well at the new hotel, which, well, is open on the 1st of December. Barcelona Playa Blanca. If you haven't seen the video, get yourself over to YouTube. The lovely Anna showed me around. Wasn't she the most amazing host? She was so good. And this beach here, look, is perfect. This beach is beautiful. It's probably my favourite beach in Costa Teguise. It's got all like, well, it's really clear waters. They do diving here. You can do the sea trek here, which I'll tell you about in a minute. That we've just signed them up on the website actually. And it's gorgeous. Really good for kids as well because it's like not like windy or anything like that. But it's beautiful and it's a stone's throw from the Grand Teguise Player here, look. So if you stop in here, look, people are already out getting their sunbathing ready. Gorgeous. And then this is like the main town of Costa Teguise. I keep saying Costa Teguise, don't I? It's Costa Teguise. But sorry, I'm calling it Costa Teguise because that's what I call it. 2 of the blocks are open there. I think, Mark, yeah, not all the blocks are open, but there'll be enough open. And I don't think people will notice what's not open because it'll be on the other side. Are there many Irish living there? Yes, mainly in Porto del Carmen though. The Irish tend to The Irish tend to go to Porto del Carmen a lot. You do get a lot of Irish in Playa Blanca lately. I'm not sure if Costa Teguise is a popular place for the Irish. Porto del Carmen definitely. Lots of Irish people in Playa Blanca as well. I've met so many. Not too many in Costa Teguise. So I don't know. Pat's on. Pat knows. There you go. Beautiful. Right, so also you got down here a massive sort of diving school. Now we don't sell the diving with these guys, but we do sell the diving with another company. But we have just signed up this excursion, look, where you put the goggle things on, like a hat, I I don't know, well, you can see in the picture, and you go under the water and see the fish. It's called Sea Trek, very popular, and they pick you up from wherever you are, whether you're in Costa Teguise, Puerto del Carmen or Playa Blanca, and they bring you down here and you'll go in there and go under the water. Ideal for kids, ideal if you want to do diving but you don't want to mess about putting all them flippers on and oxygen and stuff. You literally go under the water, see the fish, get a nice photo, and bosh, you're done. So it's on our website, excursionslanzarote.com, travelon.world. Use the code TTK and you'll save yourself some money. And you can book it all on there. But it's beautiful around here, look. So we are going to head in this direction here. I'm going to show you this. I'll show you the Galleon Playa. And I'll show you the restaurants around here. And then we'll head down into the square and then around to the front as well. Here we go, look. So there's another sort of tapas place here. Fish, tapas, paella, all sort of blue and white. Little kids park area there, look, to play. This reminds me a lot of the old town of Puerto del Carmen. That's nice, look, all the blue and white. And there's a little hotel here called Neptuno, and that's all very blue and white as well. Let's go and see if we can have a little look in. Again, I mean, our main market with Travelon and Excursions Lanzarote is the English and the Irish and the Scottish and the Welsh. You have to do that these days, don't you? But Neptuno, I never see anybody booking saying they're stopping at Neptuno, so I'm not sure what nationality you're in here, but it's a beautiful place, look. There you go, so nice and relaxing. And that's definitely not a British tour operator rep, so I reckon it's popular for the French or something like that. Very nice though, very relaxed. I would say that's adults only as well, to be honest. There's a Galleon Playa. This is a very popular one. So this is a very popular one called the Galleon Playa. And then down here, look, you've got another Hipadino, look. Little Hipadino Express. Never do your big shopping there. Always try and find a big supermarket to do your big shop. And you've got a few bars and restaurants and cafes here, look. And then Galleon Playa, look, is through here. Again, very popular place. Let's see if I can have a little nose in reception. You can see it's only small, look. It's like a little accommodation. You've got a pool out there, look. They're all waiting for the sunbeds to come out. I can't go in because of the reception, but that's pretty much it, look. A little pool, look. Can you see everybody there? Do you know what they're doing? They're waiting for the sunbeds to come on. Christmas decorations are done, Mark. I've got to get some new lights today. I bought some lights yesterday from the, well, I'm going to say the word. Here in Lanzarote, they've got like big warehouses, right? And they're full to the brim of like stuff. They're like massive tat shops, like you've got your tat shops here. Now, I did a video once and I actually said they were called Chinese shops, and I got an outrage saying I was being racist, but I just want to put that into perspective. The actual name of the shop is Bazaar China, which means Chinese shop, so it's not a racist slur. So before anybody jumps on and says, how dare you, they're actually called Bazaar China, the Chinese shops, because they're owned by Chinese people and they're full of things from China. So I went to Bazaar China yesterday to get some Christmas lights. Morning, you all right? And I put them up on the curtains, and they were solar powered, and I did have my doubts. I thought, oh, I don't really like the idea of this. And I put them up, and lo and behold, after a day in the sun, they never bloody worked, so I had to take them back. So Bazaar China can do one. I'm going to Ikea. But yeah, I did get, do you know what? It was one of the videos a long time ago, and I did say, oh look, there's a Chinese shop. That's why I call them tat shops now. because I had outraged that people thought I was being racist, but they're actually called here in Spain Chinese shops. So there you go, all of you people out there that think I was being horrible. Right, you got breakfast here, look. This is open, look, English breakfast. Seems to me the only places that are open are the ones that do full English breakfast. But you got 2 eggs, English bacon, sausage, hash brown, beans, toast and tomato for $4.95. That's not bad, is it? And then you got pie for $10.50, and then jugs of alcohol, look. But this is Eric's Cafe Bar, look, very popular. Good morning, you all right? There's always lots of people in there enjoying a little bit. How are you, mate? I'm going to go and say hello to this guy because he's waving at me. You waved, which means I'm coming.
I watch you all the time.
Do you? Yeah. Where are you from? Newcastle?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Say hello.
Yeah. Hello.
You all right? So you having a bit? It's good for brekkie here?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah? Fantastic. Where are you stopping? What hotel?
Galleon Player.
Ah, any good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Last day today though.
They're all waiting around the pool. Do the sunbeds get released at a certain time? 10 o'clock. I just saw them all around there. Oh, brilliant. Well, look, you have a great flight. Enjoy your brekkie, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye, bye. There you go, look. Eric's. And then the sunbeds are released at 10 at the Galleon Player. Another one of them little arcades there. They've got some really cool games in there. I always remember because we used to come here to this Chinese here, not this one, this is a Spanish restaurant but also does breakfast, but this Chinese restaurant here is the cheapest buffet on the island. $8.99, always has been, and I'll tell you a little story about this one in a minute because there's some horrible music going on in there that's really loud, but this is the cheapest one on the island and it's not that bad actually, it's quite good. You got this guy here who plays ridiculous music. I don't know why he does it, but if you want to rent a scooter, I mean, how are you meant to rent a scooter when all you can hear is that? You've got Masala Lounge there. Oh, so annoying that guy is. I don't know why they allow him to do it. And then there, look, is the Grand Teguise Player over there, look. So you can see, well, like I said before, all the rooms are on the other side. And then that's the front of the Grand Teguise Player here. So yeah, the Chinese buffet there, Golden City I think it's called, is the cheapest on the island, $8.99. I mean, you can't say fairer than that, can you? And the food's actually quite nice, but it's mad popular on a weekend. So if you come Sunday at lunchtime, that place will be rammed. You won't get a seat because the Spanish or the Canary Islands and the locals, they go for Chinese on a Sunday afternoon, like we would go to a Tony Carvery. They go for a Chinese buffet, which I think is great. So we used to go on a Sunday, but do you know what they do? And I've said this before. They go to a Chinese buffet and they just get like loads of plates of all the same dish and put it in the middle, and they have it like a tapas. So they all share off the plates instead of getting their own plates with the food. They must go mad, the people that own the restaurant, because that would really wind me up. There's the Shamrock. So you've got a little square here, look. You've got the Shamrock. You've got Olga's. You've got Cladder Bar, which has changed names. Didn't this used to be something else? Didn't this used to be Plaza Bar? That's changed. I don't know whether it's changed hands or just changed names. But there you go, that's a new thing for us. And then in this area as well, you've got a few hotels over here. Look, you've got the Be Live Experience. So if you're stopping at the Be Live Experience, and you've got the Barcelo, which is, just wait for this car to go. You've got the Barcelo, which I think is the adults only. We'll have a little scout around here because we're going to head in that direction there, and then we're going to go down the front area. And then we're going to come back, sort of back on ourselves, and I'll head back to where I parked the car. In fact, I can't even remember where I parked the car. I might be getting a taxi back. So you've got Be Live Beach there, Be Live Experience Lanzarote Beach. And then here you've got the Barcelo Teguise Beach, which is the adults only. So if you stop in here, this is where you'll be. So you'll be in this area here. So there's a car park which has very rarely got a space, but the Audi TT's just got one. He must be thinking it's Christmas. And then you've got some places here. Look, you've got Spicy Affair. Spicy Affair. Sounds a bit dodged, doesn't it? And then you've got a little supermarket here, and it leads you out to where we've just been. So you've got sort of your bars and restaurants over there with the Shamrock. Grand Teguise Player on the corner. That would be the pickup point. So if you book any excursions with us through excursionslanzarote.com, travelon.world, and you're stopping in these two hotels, your pickup point will always be the Grand Teguise Player just over there. So literally a 2-second walk over the road. And that's what they do here. They have like dedicated pickup areas for different areas. So through here you've got some different shops and things. They're all getting ready for the day. Look, you've got your Dahlia perfumes. That's like your Fun Grube. And you've got another little place up here called the Oceana. So you've got the Oceana here, which is another little complex, just sort of self-catering apartments. These are your aloe shops. If you could scratch and sniff on this live, it smells beautiful. Very popular. Morning, buona dia. Very popular here in Lanzarote is the aloe. So they grow the aloe and they all sell aloe. You can buy loads. Look at this place, you've got bubble tea, candy shop. I don't want any bubble tea now. Ah, there you go. Bubble tea, look. Bubble tea and everything. Candy shop. And look, he's whacked some aloe vera down there as well. Yeah, the aloe vera shop must be fuming. Imagine owning an aloe vera shop and the geezer next door that sells bubble tea starts selling aloe vera. Do you know what I'd do? I'd sell bubble tea half the price just to annoy him. That would be the deal, wouldn't it? So right then, mate, you're trying to rip my idea off here of selling aloe vera. I'm going to sell bubble tea half the price until you stop selling aloe vera. Come on. This is the problem with Lanzarote businesses as well. They all copy each other. That's why you see 100 of these shops on the same street, because they just copy. And then if you see an Indian restaurant or a Chinese restaurant that's doing really well, there'll be 10 more open next door, which is a shame really. I understand competition, but come on, you can have 5 empty restaurants or 1 successful one. Sometimes there isn't enough people to go around. There has been lately because after COVID everything went crazy. Look at that Black Friday sale there. You can get some bargains there, look, 40% off. These are where the beautiful restaurants are in Costa Teguise. There's some gorgeous places down here. This road is pretty new. So you've got a lovely big Mexican restaurant here, look. You've got really nice design shops. You've got like big grills, typical Spanish Canarian food that way, look. This one's ready for rent if anybody fancies renting this, look, and opening a restaurant in Costa Teguise right next to Casablanca Grill. Don't open a Tex-Mex steakhouse, open something different. No chance. Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
You having a little wander? I'm filming, I'm on YouTube. Oh. YouTube and TikTok. In fact, you're live to 930 people.
We're in sunshine.
You're in, where are you from?
I'm from a little village called Abridge in Essex.
Oh, fantastic. You having a good holiday?
Ah, fantastic.
Great. So where you stopping? You've forgotten, haven't you?
Teguise Beach.
Teguise. Ah, yeah. That's adults only, isn't it? There's no kids there though, is there?
No.
Adults only. Well, you enjoy yourself. Well, have a great day. If you want to catch up, look, you can go on to travelon.world on YouTube. You'll be on there later.
Excellent. Have a fantastic
And you.
day.
See you later. Enjoy your day. So there you go. You've got Fun Grube there. 50% off in Fun Grube. Black Friday sales. I'll tell you what, I might have to get in there as well. Who's been Black Friday shopping? Let me know. Has anybody found any deals? Let me know what your best deal was on Black Friday. Let's all open an excursion company. Yeah, there's plenty of them as well, Pat. There's plenty of them. Right, what you got here? Breakfast $4.90, look. And that's at the, I can't remember the name of this place. Oh, the Lighthouse. So that's a lovely place. Look, you can get breakfast there. Great position. Lovely views as well. I got 15% off Teguise Beach. There you go. Yeah, if in fact, for those of you that maybe don't know, so you've had Black Friday. I think they have Cyber Monday, and now there's a Travel Tuesday. So if you want some deals on travel, then get on the tour operators on Tuesday, and it's called Travel Tuesday. So you probably get some really good deals there. They'll be the same as Black Friday. In fact, I mean, the world's gone that crazy, hasn't it? They do a Black Friday and they've just extended it to bloody Tuesday. It's like Ikea being open today. It's like, oh, Black Friday, we're open this weekend. Well, I thought it was Black Friday, not Black Sunday. Ridiculous. There you go. You've got the restaurant grill there, look. El Maestro. That's a big old gaff as well. I stayed in those apartments on the right. Yeah, it's lovely stopping here. And then down here, look, you've got the main beach area of Costa Teguise, which is beautiful. You've got Sabalwati Cafe there on the corner. I'm going to have to come up this way, actually, and come down these steps. And then we'll head all the way to the end of here. And then we'll head all the way along the beach. And then we'll see where we are. So I have to be mindful of where I've parked. Like I said, I can't really remember. I know it's by the Blue Bay Hotel up that way, isn't it? It's got Namaste Tandoori. This is meant to be one of the best in Costa Teguise. Namaste Tandoori. And the guy that owns this also owns, I think, Mar Azul as well. I may be mistaken. Beach bar there. They've got a webcam, which you can jump on and have a look at that. So you can see the webcam that looks over that beach on a daily basis. You can have a little look at that. And then here, look, is a beautiful sort of cocktail bar area, which is always very popular. Surf Wings, look. Surf Wings. So you can get yourself a cocktail there, look. Get in from the wind, because it is quite breezy. They call it Costa Breezy here. But you've got that one there, and you've got the other one up the top, look there. So these are always popular to get a coffee, cocktail, something to drink. And no wonder they are, look at them views. Beautiful. So along the walkway, look, you've got yellow for walking and green for cycling. Look, so you've got a cycle path there. But you still have to be a bit wary, look, because then all of a sudden it all comes the same colour. I don't know why they didn't carry on the yellow, but instead they just put it one side walking, one side cycling. Money. But look, everyone's walking in the cycle lane anyway, aren't they? Because it's not really signposted very well, is it? Look, I've not seen a little sticker of a bike on there. Anyone been to Grand Teguise Playa, booked in for May? Grand Teguise Playa is lovely. We've just passed that, Pete. This is Walk if you want shoes. This is actually owned by Fund de Grube as well. That's the big perfume shop. And this is their shoe collection. And they do some really good stuff in there, Skechers and stuff, and you can always get a deal. They've always got some offers on. Oh, that looks good, look. Jack Daniel's ribeye steak. Sorry, mate, you all right, buddy? $19.99, look. Oof. Grilled with Jack Daniel's whiskey, served with onion rings, Texas fries and salad. That looks bloody good. And this place looks pretty cool as well, look. Oh, look at that. Big Angus burgers, look, Jack Daniel's burger, $9.99. Oh, tell you what, who'd be in there? No vegetarians, but looks good, looks good. You got Hennessy's here. Oh, there's plenty of people down in this area here, look. Loads of people. You got Hennessy's Irish bar here, a few people having a beer already. A beer and a wine on a Sunday morning. There you go, look. You've got a shopaholic shop. In case you're a shopaholic. And that's Amore. That's another little shop that's in Porto del Carmen as well. They do pretty nice things. Quite a nice little sort of boutique-y sort of shop. And La Playa as well, look. This is another big one. They do all sorts of gear. They do everything that the tat shop does, but they present it very well. And I like it because it looks nice, look. It looks nice. Whereas some of the tat shops, or pat shops as we call them, they just chuck everything out on the front, don't they? And it looks like Blackpool in the sun. So I'm a big fan of them shops. Just came back yesterday, very good place. Look at these views. See that big cloud, look? That should clear. It's still very warm. It must be about 22, 23. Over that direction there, look, you can see the Melia. That's the Melia Hotel. That's the 5-star. That's recently been refurbed and opened. And then this is a lovely walkway. And like I said, in Costa Teguise, you can walk. It's like Playa Blanca and Porto del Carmen. You can walk all the way along the front, but it's not constant bars and restaurants. You've got the waterfront there, look. That's always popular. Irish Bailey, that was closed last time we passed. They were closed for holidays. But here, look, you've got evening meal, $11.95, look. Sirloin steak, spare ribs, pan-fried salmon. And any two for €22. That's not bad, is it? So you can have two of them for €22, making it 11 euros each. That's not bad. Saver menu, look, $9.95. Appetizers, combos to share, burgers. That's really cheap. There you go, Irish Bailey. That'd be a Mr. Travelon's choice. And then here you've got Cutty Sark, Bahia Beach. Cutty Sark's a popular one for brekkie and stuff. And then Bahia Beach, that's a new one I've not seen. And then that leads you up to the Barcelo Teguise Beach, look, the adults only, look. And on the roof there, look, you can see people are getting their sunbeds ready for the day. And last time I made the mistake of going through that door and getting locked in. So I ain't doing that again. But here you've also got Champ's Sports Bar. So there's a big sports bar here. I think it's open to the public, but it's part of the hotel. And if you're in the hotel and all inclusive, then it's part of your package, depending on what you've booked. But Champ's looks amazing. Looks like a really cool sports bar. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. If you've seen the video of the Barcelo Playa Blanca, they've got a sports bar in there. And it's very much sort of designed like this, look. Look at that. Beautiful place. Is it worth flying out for Christmas? Yes, definitely. Christmas is really cool in Lanzarote. Not only is it hot, but it's like Christmas but not Christmas. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's rammed down your throat. So if you're that sort of person that likes a bit of Christmas but you like to just have it just in the background, then it's perfect. It's not like mega, you know, Christmas. And it's in the sun, but they still do Christmas dinner and stuff. I am going to do a video on where to get Christmas dinner in Lanzarote because there's loads of places. And it is expensive for Christmas, Ray, yeah, indeed. But there you go, that's what it is, isn't it? So you've still got your cycle lane here and your walking lane here, but it doesn't actually say cycling, does it? That's why a lot of people are walking in there. But the same in Porto del Carmen. You have a cycle lane all the way down Porto del Carmen and a walking lane, and everyone just walks in the cycle lane. Or then sometimes the cyclist will be walking in the cycling in the walking lane as well. But it's lovely down here. Look at them views. Look at them views over there. Beautiful. Morning. Everyone's on a bit of a mission, look. Getting their brekkie in or having a little walk, setting up for the day. What's better for Christmas time, Lanzarote or Tenerife? Well, look, Lanzarote is a very sort of chilled place. So if you want a chilled vibe and you want to sort of chill out and relax, Lanzarote. If you want a bit more adventure and you want a bit more sort of liveliness, then Tenerife. I always say that. I love Tenerife. In fact, we're going to Tenerife after Christmas. I'm going, I think we're going to do, and I'm not sure yet because I've got to plan it, but I think we're going to do just after Christmas, we're going to go Tenerife, drive from Tenerife all the way up to the south or north, get on the ferry and go over to Gran Canaria, do Gran Canaria, then get on the ferry again and go over to the south of Fuerteventura and do Fuerteventura and then drive home. I think that's going to be the plan. And Mark's watching me on the webcam. See if you can see me, Mark. So there is a webcam here. Morning, you alright? I don't know where the actual camera is, Mark. But I'll stand here, look, and give you a wave. Tell me if you can see me, Mark. Tell me if you can see me. I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere. You probably can't see me, Mark, because I can't see the bloody camera. But it's just here at the beach bar, look. There is a webcam up there somewhere, and it overlooks this beautiful beach. Gorgeous. Right, I think we'll go and have a look at the square next. So we'll go back this way, look. And we'll go and have a look at the square. That'll lead us back out to the spa, and then I might head back in that direction. What time is it, guys? What time is it now? Because I can't see the time when I'm on this this live. Might be a bit of a shorter one today. Just seeing you, Mark, see me on there. 10:21, bloody hell. Yeah, I am heading back in that direction then. God, done an hour and 20 minutes. Morning. A lovely place there to get ice cream and stuff. So we're going to head into the square, and then I'm going to head back up to pretty much where we started, really, up by the Blue Bay, because, well, the YouTube camera's got about 20 minutes left. And I'm knackered, and I need to get IKEA, and I need to get myself together, because I might be doing some DIY later. What's the temperature? Must be about 23 at the moment. 22, 23. Not much wind, although we are in Costa Teguise, which I said they sometimes call Costa Breezy. This is the windiest of the resorts. Always very popular for sort of windsurfers and stuff. And they do windsurfing, sort of water sports. But I've been told that we're getting jet skis here as well. So at the moment, if you want to do jet skiing in Costa Teguise, you have to book, and you can do this on our website, travelon.world, excursionslanzarote.com. Use the code TTK. But yeah, if you want to do jet skis from here, you need to book 40 minutes or more, and you'll get picked up and taken to Porto del Carmen, where you'll do the jet skis. But in the new year, you'll be able to do like a 20-minute jet ski here in Costa Teguise as well. And again, that'll be on our website, excursionslanzarote.com, travelon.world. So there's Fungrube, where we showed you earlier. And this is Pablo's Canarian food, look. Beautiful restaurant that is. And this leads you into the square. Look at those wine bottles there, look. So this does sort of fresh fish. This square is beautiful, by the way. El Patio, another very famous restaurant here in Costa Teguise. It's like an Italian steakhouse, pizza, pasta. Beautiful. Looks nice, doesn't it? Have you been there before? There you go. Tell everybody on here, look, have we got a thumbs up from you too? Fantastic. You're on live to 800 people. So there you go, El Patio, look. And then up here, look, so this is the square. It's beautiful. It's quiet now, but on the evening, it's all lit up. You've got Bluebells over there, which is a Scottish bar. You've got Island's Eye over there, which is, I would say, an Irish bar. And you've got Bar Chispas here, which is a tiny little bar, which does, on tap, look, a pint or a medium or a small. So you can get a 200 milliliter, what they call a canya, which is a small beer, €1, 180 a pint, 420 a pint of cider, spirits, house spirit 180 with a mixer €1. That's not bad, is it? So that's super cheap there, look. And that's called Bar Chispas. Tiny little place, look, but good for a cheap drink. Great stuff. Oh, there's a place up here, looks busy, look. So this is like proper little Canary, and this, look, gorgeous place. So you come sort of off the sort of Costa Teguise tourist location, look, into this beautiful little square, look. And I've never actually been through here, but look at this, Julio's there, look. Wow, look at this. That is gorgeous, look, all typical Canarian buildings, look. And it literally leads off the main street there. And that's Julio's tap room. And they do like beer and stuff. And that looks very, very popular with the Canarians. I didn't want to disturb there because it was so quiet and peaceful. Didn't want to talk too loud. Here we go, David's cocktail bar. Nothing to do with me. I'm a Dave, not a David. I'm only a David if I'm in trouble. I'm only a David if it's official and the letter comes from the tax man. Then it's David. Any other time I'm a Dave, thanks. You've got another steakhouse here, and then this beautiful square look with the trees. It's gorgeous here, absolutely beautiful. And then here you've got the Snug. So this is another place, got a bandstand on the top. They sometimes do like entertainment and stuff. And I think there's a little market here on a Friday. I may be mistaken on the day, but I'm sure it's a Friday, look. But the Snug bar, well, it could be very much like Tiny Bar in Porto del Carmen, this, couldn't it? But a bit bigger. But you've got the Snug bar there, lovely. And then you've got some more sort of tapas places. And then this leads you to the other side of Costa Teguise, where if you're stopping in H10, Lanzarote Gardens, or Los Socos, which a lot of you asked, is just up in that direction, then potentially you could come down here. Thought you were called Rodney. Love it, Mark. So you could come down here, look, if you're on there, if you're at the Los Socos. This is sort of the route you'd take to get into town, down this road here. And you'll pass a few little bars and restaurants and shops, which are up that end, which we've done on other videos. So if you want to go over to the YouTube channel, there's loads of videos on there. Make sure to like and subscribe to that. We're nearly on 12,000, but there's so many videos on there. You've got Decades Sports Bar over there, a few places there, and at the end you've got Club 55, which is one of them naughty discotheques that we talked about earlier. And then these guys are beginning getting the market, going to the market. Morning, you all right? So this is the bus to the market for sure. I don't know whether it's like Porto del Carmen where they all go past full, but there'll be lots of people getting the bus here to head to the market, look. And again, that's one of the main bus stops for your excursions if you're stopping around this area as well. Little jewellery shop there, and then you've got the big spa. Oh, you've got Techers as well. Morning, you all right? So you've got Techers here, look. This is another British bar, family bar and restaurant, do all your bingo and stuff. Someone's covering his face there. Don't worry, I haven't got you on. I haven't got you on. It is Mr. Travel On. How are you?
Very well.
Sitting in Techers bar with a coffee on a Sunday morning. Where are you staying, or are you living here?
Nazareth.
Is it any good?
It's first time in there, yeah?
Yeah?
It's really good.
But you're having a good holiday? And what are your names?
I'm Kat.
Kat and Simon. Well, look, have a lovely day. Enjoy Techers. I'll see you later. I'm having a walk. I'm going to Ikea. It's Sunday and it's open.
We're walking up to my seat.
Oh, there you go. Have a good walk. See you later, guys. Bye. There you go. Techers bar there. Morning, you all right?
Sexy lady.
How are you? Two sexy ladies having a sexy breakfast. Is that what it is? And a beer as well. And what are your names? Sandra?
Sanchez.
Sanchez and Sandra? Joanne and Sanchez.
Yeah.
Well, have a lovely day, won't you? Enjoy your beer on a Sunday morning. That's what it's all about. Have a good one. See you later. How are you guys? You all right? Yeah, go on, get a smile. So there you go, you've got Nazareth and Techers there, so that's a popular place. But yeah, we've just entered like, I don't know, you've gone from that look to a massive clothes shop here. Well, it's a tat shop that sells clothes. You've got Nike boxer shorts, look. Got your slides, all your genuine fake North Face and Adidas. Morning, you all right? So you can get some good genuine fakes there. And then this is the Spa supermarket. So this is quite a good little supermarket to get your bits if you're in Costa Teguise, look. Probably cheaper than the Hipadino. And we've sort of just walked all the way around that area, haven't we? So you've got a place there. I can't remember the bloody name of that hotel, but it's a German hotel. Alsun, can't remember. And then this way sort of leads us back towards the Blue Bay Hotel, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. I might be getting myself completely lost. But let's have a look. So we sort of did a big circle, didn't we? We actually came all the way down and we ended up down in town there, and then we went round the square and we've sort of come this way. So let's have a little look. What's this side? I don't think there's a lot, but there's a lot of potential here. And again, that's the thing with Costa Teguise. There's so much potential to open some different things. And in fact, I know for a fact, the guys that own the rooftop in Biosphere, you know, that has the amazing Jurassic World, Crazy Golf, and the 6D cinema, they're opening a big Crazy Golf here in Costa Teguise. It'll be open December the 14th, and me, Mrs. Travelon, and the boys have been invited for a little sneak peek and a preview. So I'll be letting you know how we're getting on there and what that's all about. So I don't think there's much more to show you here. So I don't want to put you off, but we're sort of in the back end of nowhere now, so I'm sure you don't want to see that. So let's just do something here. Oh God, I just oh my God, where am I going? Swipe left to close. So let's have a look here. So there you go. It's been a bit of a short one today, hasn't it? Because I'm off now. Well, it's been a good hour and a half, but I've only got literally 15 minutes left on the main camera for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is the catch up. If you've been watching the live today, or you joined us a little bit late, what's going on in there? Oh, so they are building a big commercial centre there, look, just quickly, called Blue Bar, which you can't see because you're looking at my ugly mug, aren't you? But the people on YouTube will be able to see that. So yeah, thanks for watching again. I'm going to go IKEA. Thanks Neil, thanks to all the mods that have been on today. You're doing an amazing job. And also thanks to those guys that sent an email to Barcelo Player Blanca and hounded them to get me that exclusive. There's still nothing from the mainstream media about that hotel, only Mr. Travel On, which is amazing. So that's why I was so overwhelmed. I was like, bloody hell, this is massive. This is massive for the channel. So again, big thanks to all the moderators that have been on today that answer all your questions. I can't see all the questions when I'm sort of walking around. But yeah, some people cycling, having a party at the same time there. But I am going to head because I need to get up this bloody hill, find my car, get to IKEA, and it's a day of DIY and sorting stuff out today. So have a good day, guys. Enjoy your Sunday, and don't forget to like, follow and subscribe this channel, and head over to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and make sure to subscribe to that because we're nearly on 12k. See you later. Have a good one. Love you all. Bye.